Welcome everybody to my Folk Unlocked Showcase Night 2. I'm an old Billy Bob boy. I'm a roots country musician from Newfoundland and Labrador, Canada. A little bit about me. I just released my debut album, Sweltering Sun, which I actually have here for a little peek at the cover. So this was actually nominated for 2 Music Newfoundland and Labrador awards recently. I perform solo, as you're going to see today, and I've performed up to a 5-piece band. When I'm playing solo, usually I'm on the guitar. I can kind of branch out to the double bass or the upright bass or mandolin too sometimes. So this is my first year performing as an artist at Folk Alliance, or Folk Unlocked as the case may be. But if I look a bit familiar to you, it's because I have played Folk Alliance before as a side musician with Rain Hamilton, Abigail Lapel, Piper Hayes, Sarah Beatty, Sean William Clark, and I also subbed with the Lifers one time. That was actually outside of the conference, but it was a great show. Alright, so all of my info is available in the description if you want to contact me. And then I'll also be on the live chat as this is recorded earlier in the day. Alright, well, I'm going to get going with some songs off of Sweltering Sun. This first one is the first track on the album. It's called Oh Loretta. Oh Loretta, 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 who try to understand. Oh Loretta, 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 who you say I'm seeing other women, but you're out with another man. Well, I haven't been as faithful as the pastor, haven't been as faithless as the judge. Well, I've been chatting up the young'uns at the disco, but the furthest that it's gone with lipstick smudge. Well, my eyes, they have a tendency to wander, but I still don't think that gives you the right to cover your affairs by accusing me of cheating. It's selfish guilt to try and start a fight. Oh, Loretta, 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 try to understand. Oh, Loretta, 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 you say I'm seeing other women, but you're out with another man. Well, I found that pair of handcuffs in the dresser. Notice there's some varnish off the chair. There's some strange dark curly hairs around the shower, and a faint scent of cologne I'd never wear. Well, at first I had a temper like an A-bomb. Then the pressure dropped down off my gauge. I still think you and I work well together, but I'd rather me a lover half your age. Oh, Loretta, 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 try to understand. Oh, Loretta, 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 you say I'm seeing other women, but you're out with another man. Oh, Loretta, 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 try to understand. Oh, Loretta, 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 you say I'm seeing other women, but you're out with another man. That was called Oh Loretta. This next tune is called Darling You Look Great, and it features on the album one of my good friends, Mallory Johnson. She's from Newfoundland, living in Nashville these days, and Nashville's looking a lot like Newfoundland these days, it seems, pretty oddly enough. But she's making waves here in the province, doing great things. And I think she actually just released a new tune, so go and check that out if you haven't. Yeah, so this one's called Darling You Look Great. Had a blast doing this one. Babe, it's been a long, hard day. Come with me to bed. I'm wearing nothing but a smile. Like tonight we wed. Some nights I think of J-Lo, but tonight the need is gone. 'Cause darling, you look great when I don't have my glasses on. They're sitting on the dresser on the right side of the clock. But your body looks amazing, so I think we'll leave them off. Your face is slightly hazy, but there's this angelic glow. So honey, leave the lights on and we'll both enjoy the show. Well, let's both face we're getting older. Got some wrinkles on the skin, a little cellulite, some extra hair, that's just to begin. But before we get excited with these conclusions that we've drawn, know that girl, you look divine when I don't have my glasses on. They're sitting on the dresser on the right side of the clock. But your body looks amazing, so I think we'll leave them off. Face is slightly hazy, but there's this angelic glow. So honey, leave the lights on and we'll both enjoy the show. We've been together all these years, we've had our ups and downs, held each other hand in hand through all the smiles and frowns. Now every time I look at you, my heart is just as warm as when the frames were white rectangles, curves were newly formed. Sitting on the dresser on the right side of the clock. But your body looks amazing, so I think we'll leave them off. Your face is slightly hazy, but there's this angelic glow. So honey, leave the lights on and we'll both enjoy the show. They're sitting on the dresser on the right side of the clock. Your body looks amazing, so I think we'll leave them off. Your face is slightly hazy, but there's this angelic glow. So honey, leave the lights on and we'll both enjoy the show. Honey, leave the lights on and we'll both enjoy the show. Darling, you look great. Thank you. All right, next up, we have a little character piece here. So around the time when I wrote this tune, I was doing a lot of snowboarding at the local ski hill, which unfortunately right now, due to the pandemic, is not open, even though they just were about to open, but we got locked down again. But that's okay. And I was also watching a lot of the show Criminal Minds on TV and a lot of crime type shows. So this is a little blend of those. It's called Snow Angel. And have a quick sip. One thing I like about the pandemic, as I mentioned, I think on every live stream that I've done, is I love the tea that's involved. You know, not all the time I want to be getting on the booze. So, yeah, normalizing tea. Alright, so this is Snow Angel. I want to bury you, baby, bury you 6 feet under snow. So it's no longer just a saying, now it's true that your heart is so cold. Well, you've been showing me the ropes, girl, the ropes that burn like hell. Promise you the feels, babe, when your whole world is black. I want to bury you, baby, bury you 6 feet under snow. So it's no longer just a saying, now it's true that your heart is so cold. Well, I took you to the kitchen, filled you full of lead. I made myself a sandwich, I wiped the bloodstains from your hair. Well, I wrapped you up in plastic, got out some straps and cords. I sat you on my snowmobile where I headed to the woods. To the ski hill where we met, it's where I brought you on my sled. 100 people skiing moguls right above my baby's head. Want to bury you, baby, bury 6 feet under snow. So it's no longer just a saying, now it's true that your heart is so cold. I want to bury you, baby, bury you 6 feet under snow. So it's no longer just a saying, now it's true that your heart is so cold. Thank you, Snow Angel. Next up, I'm going to switch over to the upright bass, which maybe some of you have seen me play before. Yeah. So this tune is inspired by some garden parties in Newfoundland, and yeah, goes a little something like this. Carryin, oh Carryin, won't you be my girl? Carryin, oh Carryin, you're my entire world. I'm casting down my line in hopes that you will take a bite. Carryin, oh Carryin, won't you be mine tonight? Saw you at the garden party in the middle of the grass, dancing barefoot with your girlfriends, drinking liquor from a flask. Stopped to take a breather, you grabbed everyone in sight. Come and join the party as the day became the night. With flies enough to eat you and the June bugs in the air. I was trying not to giggle, but I liked it to be fair. Came to me and whispered, no doubt, about my manly charm. Came to me and said, you got a spider on your arm. Carryin, oh Carryin, oh won't you be my girl? Carryin, oh Carryin, you're my entire world. Casting out my line in hopes that you will take a bite. Oh Carryin, won't you be mine tonight? I was playing in the band and you were toying with my heart. What I thought was Cupid's arrow was a misguided long dart. Blacked out for a second when my vision became clear. You said my aim is not the best, but I brought you a beer. Stumbled off into the night, which ended pretty quick. I was feeling awful dizzy and I felt a little sick. Made it to your cabin where I passed out in the tub. Woke up, you were next to me, I knew that it was love. Oh Carryin, oh won't you be my girl? Carryin, oh you're my entire world. Casting out my line in hopes that you will take a bite. Well, Carryin, won't you be mine tonight? Carryin, oh won't you be my girl? Carryin, oh you're my entire world. I'm casting out my line in hopes that you will take a bite. Carryin, oh won't you be mine tonight? Carryin, oh won't you be mine tonight? Carryin, oh won't you be mine tonight? Okay, how's Carryin? A friend of mine actually is after me to change the lyrics to her name. Maybe I'll do it for a night. So, moving along, we have this next song called The Bathroom Floor. And even though a lot of these tunes are kind of humorous, it's not really one. One of the more serious of the bunch. And the more I think about it, the more it seems being raised on Buddy West's name and the other fellers, which is a Newfoundland band, and they've just got some outrageous and hilarious skits and songs, but then they've got some just absolute heartbreaking songs as well, and I just love that blend. Love both of those things. And almost forgot to mention, this one on the album features a friend of mine, Jillian Nicola, and she's an amazing singer, amazing songwriter. She's hosted, I don't think it was at Folk Alliance, but I think Folk Music Ontario, she hosted a room, and it was just great, filled with great artists, and just really well organized, so great job, Jillian. This one's called The Bathroom Floor. If I told you once, babe, I told you time and time again. Perhaps it slipped your mind. Perhaps we both had too much gin. I went along, played that role, and you believe it all too well. I left town, I just became another brick that fell. And I didn't mean to break your heart, but it wasn't in the best shape from the start. I think we found what we were looking for, lying there on the bathroom floor. Tell me, darling, were you thinking I was gonna change my mind? Were you thinking that I'd come around if you gave it some time? I believed you didn't love me, but I didn't see it then. When you looked at me, I couldn't see your mind. Well, I didn't mean to break your heart. It wasn't in the best shape from the start. I think we found what we were looking for, lying there on the bathroom floor. Well, I haven't been around here for a while, and I'll admit didn't mean to break your heart, but it wasn't in the best shape from the start. You and I think we found what we were looking for, lying there on the bathroom floor. You and I think we got what we were looking for, lying naked on the bathroom floor. Thank you. It's called The Bathroom Floor, featuring Jillian Nicola on the record. So next up, got a song kind of taking a different approach at the bluegrass gospel kind of a deal. And this song is about somebody who's not religious, but they wish that they were. It's called Lord, Lord, Lord. Well, I said, Lord, 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 don't know what to do. Come on down from heaven and let me know. Lord, 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 oh, I'm praying here to you. Come on down and show me where to go. Come to me in person, or come down in a dream. Please stop beating around the burning bush. You gotta understand that I believe what I can see. Separate those clouds, let's have a look. You can clearly understand that if I'm not a man of faith, this is not the fact fit the cause. But I'm praying that it's true because it sounds like the perfect deal. We reside outside our scientific laws. Well, I said, Lord, 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 don't know what to do. Come on down from heaven and let me know. Say, Lord, 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 oh, I'm praying here to you. Come on now, show me where to go. Well, I'm having me some troubles and I'm having me some doubts. Really looking for some good advice. I've tried to help myself, but I just don't have the strength. I think a little glimpse of heaven will be nice. And if there was a clear and simple method not interpreted the scribe, mankind would all be better off, I'm sure. We've been marching all together all towards that promised land. Every love of light that's radiating from our core. Well, the Lord sure works in mysterious ways, something like a dormant disease. By the time I'm sure that you're truly there, I'll be sailing off to fiery seas. Yeah, well, I said, Lord, 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 don't know what to do. Come on now, heaven and let me know. Lord, 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 oh, I'm praying here to you. Come on now, show me where to go. Well, I said, Lord, 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 I don't know what to do. Come on now, heaven and let me know. I said, Lord, 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 oh, I'm praying here to you. Come on now, show me where to go. Come on now, show me where to go. Well, I said, come on down and show me where to go. Lord, Lord, Lord. Thank you. All right, so I'd like to give another shout out to my friend Nathan Smith, who played fiddle on this album. He came into the one rehearsal that we had and said, I listened to these tunes in the car on my way here, and he just absolutely killed all of them, sang harmonies on a bunch of them too. And he's like, oh, I listened to the ones with the harmonies twice. And And then we hopped in the studio, and he did one take, and just me and the engineer looked at each other and said, whew, that was amazing. So yeah, great job. And on this tune in particular, he played like a very country kind of bluegrass thing, which most of the record is. And he said, how was that? And I said, that's not really what I'm going for. Could you do a little more like this? And then nailed it. Just like, just a quick, vague suggestion, and he just like, hopped right on it. Did such a good job. So thank you, Nathan. Also, he has his own music, plays in a band called the Barrel Boys, plays with the Au Pairs. Good stuff. All right, so this one is called Everyone Knows. Good-hearted woman is getting so hard to find. I've been sitting here drinking, trying to get you off my mind. Promised myself all these worries were through, but sometimes I'm dishonest. I'm still thinking of you. Sometimes I'm dishonest. I'm still thinking of you. I've tried everything to keep my memory clear. Tried working, tried hiding, but still you're right here. Figure is haunting, and your scent wants me dead. I can't get your addiction out of my head. Can't get your addiction out of my head. It's those eyes like the ocean, the fringe of your hair, skin just like porcelain, your face that's so fair, your beauty marked lips, oh, it's all killing me. I just want your love, but I know it can't be. I just want your love, but I know it can't be. I dream my hand is round your waist, and yours is on my chest. Then I wake up, my head pounding, and I'm still fully dressed. It's like using ice cubes for torture while I'm stuck in my seat. As the water starts trickling, I just need your heat. As the water starts trickling, I just need your heat. It's like handwritten letters. Bad look at the store. Staying up until sunrise from a drunk midday tour. From the curls of your hair to the painted nails of your toes. I've tried hard not to show it. Everyone knows. I've tried hard not to show it. But everyone knows. That a good-hearted woman is getting so hard to find. I've been sitting here drinking, trying to get you off my mind. Thank you. That was called Everyone Knows. So, before I released this album, Sweltering Sun, I put out a couple singles beforehand. Kind of some of the more kind of friendly ones that I thought people might like. And it's funny because this next song was not one of those, yet it's been on a bunch of playlists and it's gotten some radio play as well. So it's kind of funny how that happens. But yeah, people like this tune, I guess. Yeah. And so this one is called Thrown Back Out of Love. She left me for a dark-haired boy, left me in the dark. We were trying hard as we could try, but her bite was twice the bar. When both of us decided it was time to call it quits, she was out all night romancing, really putting on the Ritz. She left me for a light-haired boy, left me in the ditch. Well, this time I was expecting it, but not the swimmer's itch. Crawled on up all damp and cold, I plopped down in the street. But by that January, I was curled back at her feet. And I don't want her anymore, but sometimes it's really hard to leave. I don't want her, but goddamn, when I close my eyes, she's all I see. Left me for another, but when pushing shove, once again I'm cold and lonely. I've been thrown back out of love. Well, she left me for a dark-haired girl. Well, that was a surprise. She said it wasn't 'cause of me. She was a sucker for those eyes. Didn't need much imagination to know just what those eyes would see. Now they're snuggled up together, down the lonesome as can be. Well, I don't want her anymore, but sometimes it's really hard to believe. I don't want her, but goddamn, when I close my eyes, she's all I see. She left me for another, but when pushing came to shove, once again I'm cold and lonely. I was thrown back out of love. Once again I'm cold and lonely. I've been thrown back out of love. Man, oh man, I'm just thinking about this this cool room. If it was full of people, would be so nice. But any of you who might have caught my showcase yesterday, the backdrop is much different. I recorded from my cabin where I'm living yesterday, and it has this great big mural of a lake scene, which is great for a backdrop. But the internet is just so bad there that I had to come up to my parents' house. But this is a great sounding room with a nice cathedral ceiling, so happy about that. All right, so this next one also falls in the category of not humorous, and this is a story that happened to my dad. It's called "Your Wife Said You Were Gone." Well, I hit the open road, on a hot midsummer's day, and I went out to a friend's house way out west. I told my pretty darling I'd be gone most all the day. As it turned out, ooh, I'd be back so much sooner than I guessed. Went out to your house, your wife said you were gone. As a tear rolled down her face, I told her it was gonna be okay. She said, I guess you haven't heard. I shuddered at her words, that this man who I respected passed away so unexpected hours ago. Now I'm not a religious man, I reached out for her hand, and I told her it's in a better place where the good people go. I went out to your house, wife said you were gone. And as a tear rolled down her face, I told her it was gonna be okay. I went out to your house, wife said you were gone. And I wish you all the best, 'cause I know now you can rest finally. how this world is left behind by us all someday. Thank you. All right, moving along. This next one is a tribute to Broadway. Broadway, Cornerbrook, Newfoundland, Canada. It's a fun spot with a lot of venues and a lot of bars. And this is about a little night down there. Same key. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I woke up cuddling a bottle of gin. Lord knows the state I was in. The ceiling was spinning and my mouth was so dry. I wondered whose bed I was in all alone. And I came to terms with the fact by and by that the bed where I lay was my own. Well, I was roaming the streets with my baby last night. Had a couple of drinks after work. Met a couple of fellas who I thought would be alright. But as the night went on, I wasn't quite so sure. Told a couple of jokes, about a couple of rounds. Then one feller took the missus for a dance. Seemed to me the two of them were having too much fun. So I upped my dukes, I took a sturdy stance. But I woke up cuddling a bottle of gin. Lord knows the state I was in. But I swooped in from the left, swung in with my right, striking nothing but a knuckle full of air. When the bouncers drove me out and in the back seat of a cab, at least I found another change to pay the fare. But I woke up cuddling a bottle of gin. Lord knows the state I was in. That's the last thing I remember till the violence of the lights and her bitter screech that brought me back to life. Get the hell out of the bed, you bastard. Who do you think you are? Don't you remember Buddy saying he had a wife? I'd say you're sleeping on the couch and now I tell you if you snore, you'll be gone out over the stairs and on the lawn. She slammed the door and that was that. I scuffed over to the couch and there it was. Bottle of gin, just partly gone. I woke up cuddling a bottle of gin. Lord knows the state I was in. The ceiling was spinning and my mouth was so foul. Wondered whose couch I was on in the buff. Then I saw the wife and I said, I'm really sorry about last night. I'm not much of a fighter, but one hell of a bluff. Well, I woke up cuddling a bottle of gin. Lord knows the state I was in. Thank you. It's called Cuddling Gin. Alright, I'm going to switch it back over to the Doghouse bass. It's got a lot of names, but that's one of my favorites, the Doghouse bass. And that comes in this song. It features the slap bass, which is something I really love. And during this pandemic, I've been watching the slap stream on YouTube with George A. And it's been great. He's like a historian of it. And yeah, so check it out if you're into slap bass. All right, this is called Doghouse. Well, I'm in the doghouse now. In the doghouse now. I'm out here in the pouring rain. Yes, I'm in the doghouse now. Well, she was talking to her girlfriend from back in her college days, shooting me a glare, but my own eyes were but a glaze. Well, I was slapping out some rhythm, I was getting pretty good. Then I'm in the yard, well, I may as well serenade the neighborhood, 'cause I'm in the doghouse now. In the doghouse now. I'm out here in the pouring rain. Yes, I'm in the doghouse now. Well, she was on the couch and trying to watch the evening news, but now seems it wasn't world affairs that was furrowing her brow. Well, I was slapping out some rhythm, I was getting pretty good. In the yard, well, I may as well serenade that neighborhood, 'cause I'm in the doghouse now. In the doghouse now. I'm out here in the pouring rain. Yes, I'm in the doghouse now. Babe, she had a headache, among several other things. And I'm quick to get excited when I'm yanking on these strings. Now I got a bowl of water, maybe she'll throw me a bone. I guess I'll just keep practicing till she lets me come back home. 'Cause I'm in the doghouse now. In the doghouse now. I'm out here in the pouring rain. Yes, I'm in the doghouse now. In the doghouse now. Well, I'm in the doghouse now. I'm out here slapping this doghouse bass, 'cause I'm in the doghouse now. Thank you. That was called Doghouse. All right, we are getting there. I'm going to play 2 more tunes. This one is one that I actually cut from the album right before I had a residency at a restaurant in Toronto. And turns out that was the staff of this restaurant's favorite tune. So maybe we'll see this come back again in the future. It's called Hitting That Sauce. I've been living in the dark now for some time. The only thing that seems to bring the light is to keep that whiskey flowing through the day, and to keep it moving faster in the night. People tell me that these days I'm not the same, not the jovial young man that I used to be. So I stay away from people that I know. Frig 'em all, I'll do whatever pleases me. Hitting that sauce, hitting that sauce. Where once I was bound, well, it seems that now I'm lost. Hitting that sauce, hitting that sauce. You and me, baby, just hitting that hot sauce. A little drop of something wakes me up. Another little drop, a little calm me down. Lately, I've been dropping to the floor, hoping that there's no one else around. As I'm tipping up that bottle to my lips, trying to put forth a Where once I was found, well, it seems that now I'm lost. Hitting that sauce, hitting that sauce. You and me, baby, just hitting that hot sauce. Well, I'm in that sauce, hitting that sauce. Once I was found, well, it seems now I'm lost. Hitting that sauce, hitting that sauce. You and me, baby, just hitting that hot sauce. Hitting that sauce. All right, well, thank you everyone for joining me here. I'm really grateful to have this online experience of Folk Alliance. If you want to reach out to me, my info is in the description below the video. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, and then, so I'm also going to be showcasing tomorrow and Thursday as well at the same time. Have a great night. I'm going to do one more for you. This one's called Canadian Currency Blues. Well, I've been working in the cold. Everything that I once had. Tomorrow and Thursday as well at the same time. Have a great night. I'm going to do one more for you. This one's called Canadian Currency Blues. Well, I've been working in the cold. Everything that I once had, I went and sold to try to scrape together a couple of these nickels to make it up to see my pretty girl. Well, I've been saving and living meager, but that's only gone, and it's made me more eager to book that float across the Gulf, give a brand new way of living a world. I might be slinging doubles and staying out of trouble, just so I can pay the rent. But as far as I can figure, our hearts will just grow bigger, 'cause a minute spent with her is a minute well spent. And I've been dreaming of the Queen, thinking different ways that I can stack up some green. A loony here, a toonie there, starts to form a pile that I can see. Well, babe, I'll tell you what I'll do with beavers, boats, and caribou. Try to make it so we're living comfortably. And if you need me, I'll be under that duvet, counting blue-faced lauriers. And we'll be scraping by just as happy as we can be. Thank you. Have a great conference.